The sport they've got over there is just insane. They've got the helmets and the pads. You know, there's only 11 minutes of play in an NFL game. 11 minutes.
A rugby league game in America for premiership points. Love the idea.
You love the idea. Mm-hmm. I think it's probably the worst idea I've ever heard since Golden Point.
Well, I think it's a fascinating cultural phenomenon that Australia's always looking for validation from the United States. It's like, we've got a great product. I wonder if the Yanks will like it.
Yes.
Like, why do we... America's the craziest country in the world, and we keep going, America, what do you think of us? The sport they've got over there is just insane. They've got the helmets and the pads. They do 2 seconds of work. They have a 15-minute ad break. You know, there's only 11 minutes of play in an NFL game. 11 minutes. And there's 58 players, you know, in each team. So I think if we go over there, Russell is representing Souths, Wolverine is representing Manly. I think they should both play. The Gladiator and the Wolverine should both play. Gladiator, well, I want to see them go at each other.
Yeah. Who wins that head-to-head, by the way? Hugh Jackman, Russell Crowe running into each other from 20 metres apart.
Does Wolverine have the...
Maybe not.
Look, why are they even doing this? Yeah, but I mean, like, if they're going to go over there and spend, you know, $15, $20, $25 million and back it up with an ad campaign or Tourism Australia or something gets behind it, well, we're going to go over there and have one game of NRL. People are going to go, oh, yeah, and then they're all going to come home again. It just seems, to me, absolutely pointless. There is one way, though, they could really make this work and really get me on side with it, and that is to somehow get me on this junket. Yes.
I was going to say, because all the people in the media are like, I like the idea, and I think it's all you guys are like, I'll be able to go to Vegas for 2 weeks. This sounds amazing. I mean, it's like the American crowd's just going to be like, those Aussie guys are insane. They don't even have pads on. They're just beating the hell out of each other.
But the point of taking the game over there is America has 330 million people.
Yes.
That's a lot of eyeballs. You get some kind of TV deal out of an American network, it improves the NRL coffers and, in turn, that of the clubs. Yeah. I get it. You get enough Australians there.
If America gets a hold of this game, they're going to let it stay as it is. Once the American TV network has some say, they're going to want... Because NFL, they gave their game to television.
Yeah.
They said, you tell us how many breaks you want, how we want the sport to play, and it's all surrounded by beer, car ads. You know what I mean? That's what that game is. It's a big beer and car ad.
I'm fine with America having it, but they won't get control of it. And let's be honest, every second weekend, the NRL come up with a new rule anyway.
Yeah.
So they're just making it up as they go along to a certain extent. I just think, hopefully it happens. I want to see it happen.
Well, I don't want to see it happen.
Half-time at Madison Square Garden. Where's it going to be? At the New York Jets Stadium or whatever? You come out, Russell, 30-odd foot, comes on stage, Peter Allen.
Well, mate,
you know, Peter Allen, still call Australia home with Rusty just shredding. That's the halftime entertainment.
I want to chat about sin bins and mainly send-offs. I don't reckon there's enough send-offs in rugby league. And before we get going, I think that's a send-off, that shirt.
Mate, this shirt was a gift from my grandchildren, so I just hope they're not watching because you'll break their little hearts.
Is there any examples, like you asking us whether players should have been sent off or just in general should there be send-offs?
I think the referees are too hesitant to make that big ballsy call to go again. And there's nothing more dramatic, I think, than a rugby league referee giving a little pause and go.
Oh, absolutely. And I think, you know, if it's a player from the Tigers or the Titans, they'll probably do it. But like I can't remember when the game was, but like Kaufusi should get sent off every game, some of the stuff he does. He tries to put people in hospital. If it's Pappenhausen or Cleary or someone like that, it's just being overlooked because they want to keep those stars on the field. So I think they'll send off certain players, but I think there's a bias to other players. I'm getting very annoyed now. If you're going to slap people, let's just go at it. I think there should be, almost like ice hockey, people should move away. Yeah. And there's 1 minute. It could be sponsored by Warringah Meats, I don't know, whoever, some ladder company, sewerage, whatever. And you got 1 minute and you can just go at it and it's sponsored There's noise. You can have a bit of AC/DC. Let the men fight. Then we go back to the game.
And no repercussions.
No repercussions.
No, it absolutely disappoints me and shocks me as your friend
As a
when you
pacifist.
come out with absolute dribble like that. Okay, let's just say your mob are playing a Brookvale Oval and some kids come down from, I don't know, Budgiewoy, Muzzlebrook to watch the game. The game's 5 minutes old, someone gets sent off, the game's ruined.
There's got to be repercussions. If you lose your licence, you no longer get to drive the car. If you do something stupid on a footy field, you deserve to go.
I agree.
Your teammates deserve to wear those repercussions, and then that player wears the repercussions of the teammates for making them do what they had to do with 12 instead of 13 for the game.
I think if a guy goes over there to literally take a guy's head off, there's no coincidence, there's no room for error. A guy literally tried to put a bloke on hospital. We now know with concussion and stuff that these kind of things can ruin careers.
Look, what if your team's playing in the grand final? That's not going to happen in the next 10 years. But let's say one of your team's playing in the grand final and one of your forwards gets sent off 2 minutes into the game. You're not going to feel like that. You're going to say, why couldn't he have stayed out there or give him some bin time and we'll deal with it after the game?
Depends if he tries to decapitate someone.
Mate,
if he does that, he
tries to
deserves to go.
decapitate someone or not, you're not going to like it.
But are you saying that in a grand final, suddenly we just had this gladiatorial, no rules, warfare, Game of Thrones style thing where it's just like you can eat a bloke's head or get a chainsaw and just take his leg off?
No.
Oh, it's a grand final, keep him on because we don't want the fans to get upset.
Brendan, very valid points.
Thank you, Adam.
Ideas everywhere.
You're absolutely right.
All right. I mean, mate, I'll give you grace on the shirt by virtue of the fact it's from the grandkids, but everything that came out of your mouth right there, I totally disagree with.
Still on the shirt that my grandkids gave me?
Sent off.
I'm
actually.
going.
Yeah, you're out.
I need this.
Go.
Oh, he's taking his shirt off now.